Our Mahtaib Pinot Noir. Mahtaib, it's a wine club label here. Mahtaib means light of the moon or moon's rays in Old World Farsi. Part of the reason for creating a label surrounding based on the moon is because the moon dictates what we do throughout all of our biodynamic practices in the growing season. We don't do anything with tea spraying near the new moon or full moon because that's when the moon's gravitational effect has its strongest effect on water-based beings. Plants needing all this water obviously are going to be affected, and they retain water around that time. So if you go out and spray your teas or do anything with water, you end up pumping a lot more water or moisture into the plants than they actually need at those times. So Mahtaib, if we were to cut through the back of the building here in the hillside, if we go down the other side of it, there's a block called our Pinot Patch section, which has a collection of all the different kinds of Pinot Noir clones that we grow within one block. It's low enough elevation, it's just around the 200-foot mark, that we're able to get consistent ripening in the stems to be able to make a whole cluster Pinot Noir each year. So it's kind of a cuvee of clones, but a whole cluster expression. This wine was filtered. We don't fine any of our wines. This spent 23 months in barrel, 30% new French oak barrels used, 70% neutral. So extensive time in barrel. But that's where Mo, when he's talking about, you know, what we learned early on as a winery, was all that wind irritation that we get throughout the growing season due to the winds coming out of the Van Duzer corridor. It irritates the skins of our grapes and causes them to thicken in response. That's where all that tannin and pigmentation comes into play. And we have to be really careful when pressing to not overpress and extract way too much tannin, that we end up sitting a wine for 10 years just based on letting those young tannins calm down. But that's, I think, something that's really cool about this label is you get that complexity, you get the layers, but it doesn't blow your palate away with tannin like a lot of people expect hearing 100% whole cluster.
Right, yeah.